Yo, what's up? My name is Caleb Williams and welcome back to the Poker Odyssey. Let's just get right into it. In this week's episode, we return to Rounders, and Rounders returns to its original location. It's a spacious room with 22 tables and it's always packed. This is a Tuesday at 4 p.m. They are doing renovations to fix some of the storm damage, but they have multiple TVs. They also have beautiful artwork and a private area where they shoot Rounders live. You can earn points while playing that go towards your food. The bar is fully stacked and the menu is great. So, let's get into it. In the first hand of note, we see Jacks in a $7 straddle pot. The button is an aggressive player who we've seen do some things like raise 100 big blinds before the cards are even dealt. We open the 20 from the cutoff and go heads up with the straddler. On the flop of ace-6 2 hearts, we see bet 15. I don't know that I like my c-bet, but in game I imagine he doesn't have many ace-x because like I said, he's an aggressive player that will probably 3-bet a lot of those. On the turn 8 of clubs, it goes check rather quickly. At this point I'm thinking we're ahead, and with the river breaking off hearts, I imagine I can go for value. I bet 45, and before I can get my chips in the middle, he makes it 145. I call rather quickly, which is a problem of mine. The insta check back, insta raise, and not 3-betting pre made me wonder how many ace-6 does he actually have, but I didn't allow myself the time to even consider his weaker ones. I may have called anyway because of all the factors I said before, not to mention the missed heart draws he might have, but I should at least take the time to think about this. He has ace-deuce suited, and we lose a decent one early. A few orbits later, we get ace-jack of hearts +1. Under the gun limps, and we make it 15. 5 players call, and the flop is 2-3-7, 2 diamonds. Everyone checks, just as we do on the turn 3 of clubs, and when the king of spades comes on the river, somebody takes a $10 stab, we all fold. We're hoping we can fare better with jacks this go around when we see them in the cutoff. The button has a $5 straddle on and everyone limps. I make it 45 and only one player calls. The flop is 10-2-4, 2 clubs, and the middle position player checks. We see bet 55 and he folds. The next hand is a fun one. Remember the guy that likes to blind raise 100 big blinds before cards are even dealt? Well, we're in the hand with the guy who was calling the 100 big blind raises before the cards were dealt. To add more intrigue to the hand, there's a $5 button straddle that we don't see. We're under the gun with ace-5 of diamonds and open at $10. We say we didn't see the straddle and get what we think is a glance from the button. It folds to him and he makes it 45. Well played, sir, well played. But I'm with the shits too, and we have a good hand to 4-bet with. We make it 145, he mulls it over and then calls. The flop comes deuce of spades, 3 of spades, 9 of spades. Now what? Well, we have an over and a gutter, but none of that really matters because we need to apply pressure on someone we think is full of it. We eat our stack in the middle. He said he doesn't have a spade and folds. He later said he had queens, but I'm not so sure that he folded that hand. Back to the regularity of poker, I open ace-10 offsuit to 20 and the low jack over 3 limps. Everyone calls in, the flop is jack 7-4 rainbow and the middle position player open shoves for $34. I instant muck and move on to the next. The next are 2 kings. 2 kings in the hijack. The straddle is on and 2 players limp. I make it 30 and they both call. On the 10-7 deuce rainbow board, I bet 55 and both players call. The turn pairs the board, which we hate with 2 callers, and it checks through. The river is an inconsequential 3 and the early position player bets 40. The middle position player folds and we call. We're shocked when she announces queens. Oh well. Scoop! We pick the action back up when we look down at ace-jack offsuit in middle position. The button has the straddle on and an early position player limps. We bump it up to 20 in both the button and the limper call. The flop is king 10-7 rainbow and we bet 25 after an early position player checks dark. When both players call, we slow down. The turn is an 8 of clubs, and we won't get to see a river as the button shoves when checked to. Next, we have ace queen offsuit under the gun. We open a 15 over a straddle and 4 players call. We go rounders heads up to a flop of jack 8-7, 2 spades. Ugh. Everyone checks, and on the turn 8 of hearts, our cards can't hit the muck fast enough when the late position player bets 25. The last hand we play is ace 10 offsuit. We're in the cutoff and 4 players limp. I make it 25 and chuckle as all the lipper calls, and the guy next to me says,
Every time.
It was funny out here.
Every hand. It's normal. I just sit down to this one.
I smashed the flop of ace 10-8, but with 4 other players in the hand, I think I could get some calls from some weaker ace X and some straight draws. I bet 75 when it's checked to me, but everyone folds. Yo, back at the crib, another session at Rounders, another good one. Session stats will be here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to get back to y'all. Holla.